Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Rourke. Trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There was some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 feet. Hard to forget that.
And after a couple of misfires, this offense looking at 3rd and 10. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Golden. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Coming after him. Catch in the middle, it's Golden. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They'll try the run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They'll immediately call timeout.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw, it's Rourke. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground. Incomplete pass.
Now on 2nd down. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the...
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Feeling some heat. Fires the pass, intercepted. Delivers the contact.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Finds his man. It's Cooper. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field.
Trying to burn this defensive back.
Wow, chat. Wow. Sir, what was him hurting his leg?
And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. First down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Rourke. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Easy. Going up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. BYU lines up quickly. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense stick.
And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looking for space. It's Jordan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll run the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! What a grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Offense getting set for first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. It's complete on the right side.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to throw for it. Going to take a shot. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're going to run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside. The penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. Lining up to add another. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things, and that first half needs some more big plays here to get this W.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects a quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his speed on that throw. The ball got away from him a little bit, and, of course, that led to the interception.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long.
Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Looking for a huge play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinal! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Snags it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. BYU right back to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Rourke. Fires to the big fella. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown.
That's how you fucking track a ball and catch that bitch.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Play the analytics here and you go for 2. The snap sets up the throw. Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Snags it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Snagged on the outside, it's Jordan. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Dances away. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, BYU. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Going up top. Makes the grab. Slippery.